For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 6 of Season 2 here at Roma. We start with undoubtedly the biggest game of the season so far. We are at home against AC Milan, and then we follow that up with a game against Sassuolo in a couple of weeks' time away from home after an international break. And then we'll have a squad report to round out today's episode before going back up to the usual 3 games per episode now that we're out of the transfer window. Now last year, we played AC Milan early on in the season. We actually ended up losing by 2-1 thanks to a last-minute winner. I'm hoping to avoid that in today's episode. As you can see, we have Marcelo in the starting lineup at left-back, so he's going to be making his debut today. Ralph Farman and Jose Maria Jimenez, of course, Ralph Farman and Jose Maria Jimenez also both made their debuts yesterday. There we go, I can speak English. Other than that, everything looks pretty good. We weren't able to sell on a couple of players we wanted to sell on, most notably Fazio and Perotti, but we can try again in January. We have a manageable amount of money left over from the transfer window, and we may spend some of that in January, but the side looks very strong right now. We had a great start to the Serie A season in the last episode, and we'll hopefully be able to build on that today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that notification bell to ensure that you get all of the notifications when videos go live, because subboxes can quite regularly let you down. But without any further ado, let's go and play AC Milan. Right, AC Milan's starting lineup is very strong. I'm curious to see what formation they're playing. It's a 3-4-3. Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Lars Stindl either side of Andre Silva up top. Suso wide right and Giacomo Bonaventura on the left. Masaccio, Romagnoli and Bonucci as back three will be very strong, very hard to break down. But the way that this Roma side has developed throughout the save, still confident we can come away with a win. Piglia in there to Çalhanoğlu, to Andre Silva. He's got the option of someone out wide. Bonaventura's there, and Andre Silva looking to come forward again. This is good football from AC Milan, playing it about really nicely. I can't change player quickly enough to deal with the speed of their passing. Bonaventura is a little bit isolated here, but does find Danny Garcia with a quick change of feet. Does well to work the ball into the box. Çalhanoğlu can't get past Marcelo, still wins it off him and puts it in the back of the net. What a horrific start to this game to start the episode. Marcelo did well to steal it off Çalhanoğlu the first time. I don't know whether he was just out-muscled the second time or what actually happened there. See him win it off him there, intercept. Oh, I just tried to take a step forward and ended up running straight into Çalhanoğlu. That's my fault, not Marcelo's. 1-0 down. Stindl gets it to Andre Silva, accelerates away. I've got 2 centre-backs with him. I have to rely on Ralph Farman's catching ability to stop them from extending their lead. Marcelo down the line there to El Shaarawy. What is going on with my passing right now? Everything is being misplaced. That was a simple 10-15 yard pass, and he couldn't have kicked it further away from him if he tried. What El Shaarawy was doing there? Please win this, Jose Maria. Thank you. Now, can we please just start passing to each other's feet like I'm asking you to? That would be great. Cheers then. Angolan into Fred. El Shaarawy's on the overlap, so we'll get it to him. And we'll look to burst in behind Romagnoli, which we've done well. I've got a couple of people in the middle. We'll look to pull this back to Angolan, but Matteo Masaccio has read that superbly. Although now that their passing is getting a little bit wayward, Jose Maria Jimenez wins that back. I'm going to rifle this into Sanabria. Get it there to Wanyama. Look for Angolan. Get it away from the defender. It's not exactly gone according to plan, but some quick passing could free up some space to get in under, but again they cut it out. It's back to Fred on his left foot. Well held by Donnarumma. This is a difficult game. I was hoping that we were going to be able to dominate this against Milan with the strengths we've added to the team, but turns out AC Milan still just as difficult to play against as they always were. Their attack continues here. Stindl into, Andre Silva with a touch, Farman with a save, thankfully. Oh dear, come on boys. I need to pull my finger out here. I am not playing good FIFA. And Stindl. It's Marcelo. Try forward into the space. Send El Shaarawy in behind. Sanabria is there. I'll just whip the ball looking for him, and he brings it down well. Lays that back to Fred. Oh, he misses the target. It was on his right foot, not his left. I still would have put money on him actually at least hitting the target from there with that amount of space. Perhaps closing down of the defender in front of him put him off, but still not good enough. I see Wanyama there. All right, kick it to Nangolan if you like. I mean, I aimed a stick at Wanyama, but never mind. If it leads to a goal, then I won't mind. Florenzi. Fred thought about making the run through the gap. He still did. And Fred, I'm going to square this across. And El Shaarawy. All right, it has ended in a goal, so I don't mind. Stefan El Shaarawy makes it Roma 1, Milan 1. Lovely run by Fred. Bursting past the defender there. And the obvious thing on there was to square it across, which we did. We are level. Yeah, into Suso. Andre Silva. Fred, I thought was going to get a tackle in there. Wanyama at least gets the interception in. El Shaarawy with a bit of space, and it has reached him. Defender committed and didn't get there. And El Shaarawy will turn and slot home. Nicely done. We have ourselves a 2-1 lead. I'm doing the apology celebration again, unintentionally, but never mind. Stefan El Shaarawy makes it 2-1 to me. Probably right to do the kind of apology celebration with El Shaarawy against AC Milan, but still. 2-1 up. Great. Andre Silva. Danny Garcia. Belia. Garcia into Andre Silva to Stindl. As if he's given a pen for that. I just give him a little nudge in the back. If he doesn't stumble there, is that a penalty? Let's have a look. No, to be fair, I did step in. Alright, fair enough. Which way are you going to go, Lars? He's going to go that way. No, he's not. He's going to dink it straight at me. Cheers, pal. Appreciate that. We stay 2-1 up on the brink of half-time. Andre Silva through the gap. Nicely to Stindl out wide to Bonaventura and waiting for the cutback. There it is. Renzi steps in well. Get this forward. Sanabria, just shake off the attentions of one man. Get it to Fred. Go on, Fred. Ref. Right, never mind. Oh, play on. What? He's got a free kick against me. What was that for? Don't you even consider scoring from this attack, AC Milan? Bonucci into Suso, stolen it off them. Right, counter. Okay, that's not gone well, has it? Hakan Çalhanoğlu, give me the ball back. Hey, you're not going to give a free kick this time, are you, ref? Unmentionable name that I won't call him. Rajan Angolan racing away, trying to get a third here to kill the game off, and losing the ball, but we'll keep it thanks to Under. There's Wanyama. Into Fred, around the corner to Sanabria, who can't shoot quickly enough. The ball squirms free and Donnarumma picks it up. Fuck my life. Wanyama, whoop, got caught there after the ball had gone, and you could hear the fans' displeasure at that. Nangolan across there, but given away. There goes my advantage. Andre Silva. Oh, what a ball through. Çalhanoğlu has to be 2-2. Isn't, because he's missed the target. You will not get a better chance. Danny Garcia is going to pick up a yellow card for that challenge on Wanyama a moment ago, but how Çalhanoğlu hasn't brought them level there, I don't know. Andre Silva going off for someone. Coming on for AC Milan. Don't know who that is. Didn't recognise him. No sign on a graphic to tell me who it was. So we'll just play on, I guess. Oh, it's Luciano Vietto. That's who it was. There you go. Vietto on. Kessi's on as well. He came on a moment ago. And, oh, lovely challenge by Marcelo. I did hold my breath a moment there, thinking maybe another penalty was going to be given. Break through the tackle if you want. Just walk straight through it. Don't worry if I actually won the ball. Counter-attack time. Off we go, Fred. You're quite fast. Sanabria actually make me a run. Thank you, mate. Or the temptation to try and get El Shaarawy a hat-trick is very high against his former team. Marcelo into Nangolan. I'll look for Sanabria. Get it under control. What a challenge. Never mind. It's not going to be 3-1. It's not going to be a hat-trick for El Shaarawy. 20 minutes to go. Oh, thanks. Give that straight to me. Out wide to Stefan El Shaarawy. Driving down the line. We will spin inside. Now, he's on a hat-trick here, Stefan. And doesn't have it. That would have been 3 for him. Carlos Bacca coming on for Hakan Çalhanoğlu. So they've thrown on an extra striker now. Don't know whether that means there's been a change in formation, maybe. Let's have a look and just check. See if they have changed formation. No, Carlos Bacca playing at cam. Okay. Well, I'll make a change of my own. Unfortunately, I want to get El Shaarawy a hat-trick, but he's running low on stamina. So we'll bring on... let's bring on Turbe, and then we'll bring on Defrel for Fred and move him up to cam, and then we'll take Sanabria off for Schick, and maybe Batman and Robin can help seal this game out. Kessie, it's good football. trying desperately to win it back and stop them from getting an equaliser. Vieto flicks the header on. And I think that was destined to go in, actually, but Ralph Farman does well to step across. Defrel flicks that nicely around the corner to Patrick Schick. If you remember back to Season 1, they beat me, as we mentioned in that early game of the season, AC Milan. They also knocked me out of the Coppa Nazionale towards the end of the Season 2 and pipped me to second place in the league. So they are quite the bogey team for us this year. Oh, I thought we were going to end that perfectly by taking a 3-1 lead, but unfortunately not. But yeah, they've been a bogey team for me. We were able to beat them in the league, I think, second time around. Quite convincingly, actually, I think, by 4-1. But, like I say, they beat me in the Coppa Nazionale, and I'm going to drill this across goal, and Defrel will make it 3-1. And whilst it isn't paid back fully, with regards getting knocked out in the semi-final of the Cup, it is a good sign for the rest of the season that we've come back from 3 defeats to AC Milan in Season 1 and 1 victory to start with a solid 3-1 win. I'm pleased with that. Double for El Shaarawy against his former team. 3 all told for us. And again, only the 1 goal conceded, despite the fact they had 8 chances. Don't want to tempt fate, but we haven't been conceding as many goals so far this season as we normally tend to do. Probably won't last, but we'll enjoy it whilst it does. Up next, Sassuolo after an international break. Angola, Wanyama. I'm starting the same 11 that played in the last game, understandably. Bit of footwork from Sanabria. Could lead to an opening goal, but Concili with a good save. We did sign, of course, Ralph Farman, but I did consider Concili for goalkeeper because he played very well for Sassuolo against me on 2 occasions last year. But obviously Farman is the superior player, so we ended up going for him. But I genuinely did consider Concili. Unfortunately for him, he's still at Sassuolo and not at a side like Roma. Surprised no other team has snapped him up though, because he's an extremely good goalkeeper. Can Under get the turn in here? He can. Forced a little bit too far wide and on his weak foot. Good block by Acerbi. Corner will come in here from Alessandro Florenzi. It's a good whip. Sanabria flicks it on, and again, Concili with a good stop. Starting as we mean to go on in this game. We may have conceded early on against AC Milan, but I'm hoping to score early on in this one. Fred will actually ping this back across here to Marcelo, whose first touch is decent. Pass through there to Wanyama. There is Sanabria. They thought it was going to go to. I thought it was going to go to Nangola, and I thought I'd just been able to drop the shoulder on him, but unfortunately not. Kostas Manolas mops up well though. It'd be nice to try and keep a clean sheet in this one if we can. Nangolan. Forward to Sanabria. Lovely spin. Poke that there for Rajan Nangolan, who's in and scores. 1-0 Roma after 17 minutes. Rajan Nangolan bursting forward in that cam roll as he loves to do. Similar sort of run to the one that Fred made in yesterday's episode, actually. Not the strongest of finishes, but at least it was accurate and far enough away from Concili to go into the back of the net. We are in front. Yamelo into Sensi quickly across there. Florenzi steps in, nicely done. Under space to run into, and I will oblige in doing exactly that. You can see Nangolan in the space there. I'm going to cut it back to him. Touch to get past the defender, goes down, dangled a leg. Did Ante. And that is a penalty. A booking? Lucky to get away with no booking there, because I'm pretty sure that should have been a yellow card. Ante dangled a leg. Florenzi's on it for some reason. No. Let's give it to Sanabria. Trying to get him that golden boot again if we can. Just a little bit of power. Stroke it underneath the goalkeeper. And go 2-0 up. Let's just pretend that that's what happened, shall we? Oh, what a ball through by Duncan. And Berardi, good save. Oh, Marcelo does just enough and Farman helps it round the post. If I'd have conceded immediately after missing a penalty, I'd have been pretty annoyed. Sensi with the corner. Nangolan's there with the diving header clearance. Well done, sir. And you're nearly over the top. Marcelo's there. Win that header, please, Marcelo. He hasn't. And Yamelo's turned Manolas quite nicely. Lays it across here. Good block by Florenzi. Still got possession, but Florenzi steps in again. Really nicely done. And probably shouldn't have done that there, should I? Sensi struggles off Wanyama. Here's Berardi back to Sensi. Thankfully, can't shoot. Sanabria. Nicely done. And the finish. It's really tame. I just didn't quite put enough power on it. Trying to drill it low into the corner. Could have gone in at half time with a 2-0 lead, but we'll stay at just the 1-0 for now. Obviously disappointed to miss the penalty. That sort of penalty works 99.9% of the time online because people tend to just dive to one side and don't actually dive down. So I thought I'd try it here against the AI. Turns out the AI isn't as stupid when it's controlling itself and not being controlled by another human. So that penalty technique doesn't work against the CPU. Make a mental note, Ches. We won't do that again. Hopefully, though, we can still come away with a win. Across there to Under. Sanabry's making that run down the line. That's a great ball turned by Under as well. Takes it in his stride well. There's the cross. El Shaarawy there. It's Butker that wins the header. Under brings it down nicely and looks to bend it, but it's a good save by Concili. Trying to use his favoured left foot there to just find the far corner. Angola wins it back and Sanabry's in the middle on his own, but block on the cross. Frustratingly puts an end to that attack. Marcelo could get to this. He's not the tallest, but he has won the header. We'll look for Under. Then for Nangolan, but he's decided to just keep running and not pay attention to the football at all. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, I say intercepted. Just got something on it there, Under, to divert the path of the ball to ensure that we can get possession back. Got a Champions League game next, of course. But we are concentrating on domestic football this year, so I will be playing a reserve side, not necessarily a reserve side, just a slightly weaker side in the Champions League. And that shot's blocked well. Wanyama is there waiting for it. Quickly gets it across here to Under. Uses the momentum of the defender against him, but he just can't shoot on that right foot, unfortunately. 15 minutes to go. We are close to keeping a clean sheet here for the first time in a while. But I still got a funny feeling I might need that second goal. Gusa turns inside. I thought I'd got there with Florenzi. I mistimed that. And here's Falcinelli. He's got options out wide and in the middle. Falcinelli taking his time. Deflected, you lucky sons of bitches. I worked so hard all game to try and keep a clean sheet. And that couldn't have fallen kinder for Domenico Berardi there. I would have cut it out anyway. In the you absolute spawn bags. I can't believe that. That's so frustrating. That missed penalty as well. Looks like it might cost me the win. Said I thought I might need two. Turns out I might be right. Oh, well done, Manolas. Good strength shown there. Right, we'll get this out to Under. So Nabri's going to make that run. I'll poke it to him. I need someone to make the run in the middle. Nangolan is obliged. And somehow still has the ball. In there to Frel. Fred making the run around the outside. I need him to spin here and hold possession, which he's done very well indeed. There's Marcelo. That's not Marcelo, that's Wanyama. It was meant for Marcelo. Raja Nangolan's got a bit of space here though. Go one way, turn the other. Raja Nangolan for the win! Raja Nangolan! 2-1 Roma. We are going to get the victory. Thank you, Raja. I needed that. 2 for him, 2 for me. 3 points. Oh, justice. So frustrated to have been pegged back to 1-1, and we are going to get the win with one of the last kicks of the game. Oh, Raja, that could be huge for the full season. It's definitely huge for now. Let's go and have a squad report and see how everyone's getting on. Right, so who's doing what so far this year with regards to player growth? Ralph Farman is growing, actually, since joining. As you can see, reactions up 1 and kicking up 3. Doesn't actually make much of a difference to him, but he's been very good for us since coming in, so pleased with him so far. Alisson's actually gone up 1 this year. 25 years of age, still growing, which is good news. Alessandro Florenzi, growing again on an individual stat basis, but no overall. I'm hoping that Florenzi can maybe reach 85, 86 by the end of this season if he continues to grow this well. Karsdorp, again, hasn't actually played yet, but still growing well at just 23. Do recommend him, actually, for you guys, if you're doing your own career modes. Looks like a very solid player. I've actually had a transfer offer in for Abdullahi Noura that I haven't put on camera, but he might be leaving us in January if that offer gets accepted. Fazio is still just as terrible as he always was. Juan Jesus, no growth or decline for him, but he'll probably start in the next game alongside Nacho Fernandez in the Champions League against Wolfsburg. Nacho up 1, actually, to 83 so far this year, despite minimal time on field, which is good news. Jose Maria Jimenez, growing on an individual stat basis, crucially in stand tackle as well. Attack positioning up 1 isn't necessarily going to help as a centre-back, but it's better than nothing. Sprint speed's up 2, which obviously does help. Manolas' sprint speed is up 4 this year, so 85. That's a surprise. 86 rated overall. Slide tackle up to 90. Surprised that he hasn't... Jumping's up 2 as well. I'm surprised that hasn't affected his overall, to be honest, but maybe he will improve by the end of the season. Flasco and Sek not growing. Unfortunately, Marcelo's dropped from 87 to 86 since signing, but his tackling stats are still decent, although his long shots have gone down by 1. And acceleration down 1, jumping, stamina and vision all down by 1. But he's still 86 rated, and he's still one of the best left-backs in the save. So I'm not too fussed about that, especially for this one season. I wanted to try him out. Emerson is growing a little bit. He too is going to get a start in the next game. He sent me an email and was like, can I play against Sassuolo? And I said, no, I'm sorry. Daniele De Rossi down 1 again. His stats continue to drop. 35 years of age now. Victor Wanyama, though, is growing nicely. Surely won't be long before he starts to get up towards the mid-80s rather than the early 80s. Under is up 1 as well to 82, which is good news. Oh, my controller's died. What I do need to do is start training the kids. Or just start training in general, because I haven't started to do that yet, and I got shouted at in the comments for it in the last episode, so I apologise about that. I will start to do that soon. Pellegrini is growing. He's going to be one of the people I start to train, or continue to train. His stand tackling is 84 now, actually. I might not have to. Long shots up 5, which is good news. Rajan Angolan, as we mentioned, down 1, but 5 goals in 4 games. 5 in 3, to be fair, in Serie A, so he's just as effective as ever. Not worried about him dropping in stats whatsoever. Machine is up 1. Jerson is up 1. He might get a run out in the Champions League this year as well. He will definitely get a run out in the Coppa Nazionale, that's for sure. Fred, good growth technically. It's a shame his physicals aren't growing, but to be fair, they're already pretty damn good. I would prefer if his strength grew, but 3 assists for him in Serie A, and of course instrumental in our victory in the European Super Cup. So pleased with that. Kevin Strootman, not doing anything. Not playing for me either. Want to sell him, couldn't get him out the door. Iturbe, any growth from you? A little bit. He came off the bench in the first game today, but didn't really have much to do. Meyer is growing. He's going to be the main person that I look to train this season, of course. Again, hoping to grow his overall a little bit. Antonio Sanabria, dribbling up 2, ball control up 2, which is good news. Up 1 overall to 83. 4 goals and 5 assists this season in all competitions, including pre-season. 2 goals and 1 assist in 3 Serie A games. Gregoire Dufrel is up 1 as well to 79. That's intriguing because he's not played that much for me. Played a lot in pre-season, of course, because of international duty. But 3 games in Serie A, all off the bench, I believe, with the 1 goal that he got in that first game against AC Milan. Patrick Schick, 1 goal in 6. Not been anywhere near as good for me though thus far this year, but there's still plenty of time for him to continue to improve, and he is continuing to improve. So I'm sure he will have just as influential a season this year as he did last. Ponce, he might get a run out for me sooner rather than later as well, probably in the Coppa Nazionale. Schopenhauer's up 2, which is good. Not really much growth elsewhere. Stefan El Shaarawy obviously got the 2 goals against AC Milan, so pleased with that. Again, it's a shame his potential isn't as high as it used to be, because he used to be able to fly up towards the late 80s, maybe even the early 90s, and Diego Perotti is down 1. Again, another player we tried to move on in the summer window and weren't able to, but hopefully we'll be able to move them on. We do have a strong Champions League group-ish. Liverpool and Wolfsburg will be tough tests, but we should still win this group. We should still win this group. With regards the league, we are top after 3 games. 11 goals scored, averaging almost 3 goals a game still, as we did in season number 1. And crucially, conceding on average only a goal a game. I conceded on average at least 2 goals a game last season. So pleased with the improvements we've made defensively. Inter actually haven't conceded a single goal yet in 2 games, not 3, but still. Juventus, unsurprisingly, there with me on 9 points, but we'll have to wait and see how things go between now and the end of the season. We'll be back up to 3 games tomorrow, though. Wolfsburg, Genoa and Frosinone will be the 3 teams in question. And I'd quite like 9 points. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. You will see this Thursday, so there will be a Southampton video later on this evening. I'll see you then.